It's 6:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A man is fighting for life after a bad crash at Raymond Terrace overnight. A white Toyota Camry slammed into a pole in Parkway Avenue at about midnight, injuring two men aged 53 and 25, a 24-year-old woman and a 14-year-old boy. Sonia Roberts from Police Headquarters says the older man was a front seat passenger in the car.
The most seriously injured is a 53-year-old man, and he's reported to be in a critical condition. While in hospital, the driver will undergo mandatory testing. Crash investigators are continuing their inquiries into the events leading up to the crash and appeal to anyone who might have witnessed it to contact Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000.
A man's been charged with stealing 300 kilograms of copper wire from a Lake Macquarie mine he works for. The 38-year-old is accused of taking the wire, valued at $3,500, from the Black Hill mine sometime last weekend. He's due to face Belmont Local Court on March 25. The state opposition has expressed concern healthcare and education in the Hunter will suffer if the government continues to push its privatisation plan. Labor leader Luke Foley has announced new approaches to education and healthcare without the need for privatisation of the electricity network. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery says the privatisation plan could result in a lack of health and education funding.
If we're always going to rely on privatisation as the panacea to fund projects, then we're going to be sold out very quickly, because the benefit of keeping electricity in public hands, if you're looking at it from a purely economic point of view, is that it's a dividend that comes back to New South Wales every year. Once you sell off that project, electricity, we don't get the dividend any longer.
Developers will soon find it easier to build in Newcastle CBD. The state government is spending $17 million on fixing the mine subsidence problems under the city centre by filling the old mine workings with grout. The Property Council says it's a game changer for the building industry. Hunter researchers have been part of developing a new scanning technique which may reduce or delay the need for women at risk of breast cancer to undergo preventative mastectomies. Magnetic resonance spectroscopy scanning detected a series of biochemical changes in breast tissue which could provide early warning signs of breast cancer. Surgeon at the Translational Research Institute, Peter Malagar, says women at risk of developing breast cancer could get results a lot sooner and more efficiently if they go through the MRI scanner as opposed to the current method of blood tests.
The current situation, if we have a woman who we think is at very high risk of breast cancer, we have to refer her to the geneticist. The geneticists do the counselling. They then take some blood. That blood is analysed by looking at the DNA. It takes many months at the moment to get that back. The patient then comes back to us with a report. So that's quite a long and difficult process.
And garbage bins will be nowhere to be seen in a number of Hunter schools today in an effort to crack down on waste. Parents are being urged to pack their children's lunches in reusable containers this binless playground day. Now with sport, Belinda De Saris.
The Newcastle Jets are adamant they'll be going into Friday night's game against Sydney with renewed vigour following a string of close call matches. Defender Ben Kantarovski will return to the starting lineup alongside midfielder Andrew Hull as the squad pushes for just its second win of the season. Kantarovski says they've got what it takes.
I think once we get the ball rolling and we start getting those goals from our movement forward and our general play, it's just going to start flowing and the gates will open.
Knights captain Kurt Gidley will spearhead an 18-man side to face the Warriors in Saturday's season opener at Hunter Stadium. James McManus and Aku Iwate have been named on the wing, with Joey Leilua winning his fight for a spot at the centre alongside Dane Gagai. Meanwhile, Jack Stockwell is set to make his club debut on an extended bench. And Newcastle trainer Darren Smith will be forced to wait until March 20 to learn his fate after New South Wales racing stewards found him guilty on 42 cobalt charges. That's sport. I'm Belinda De Las Harris.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 7.